I always tell our clients it's kind of the two levels of thought here that people seek price in the absence of value, and value is a concept predicated on need. I would be curious about, you and I understand this stuff because I mean, you much longer than me, but we've been doing this for some time. And so obviously we think about this in everything we do. But like,
So I go a little broader than you.
okay.
Okay, people seek price in the absence of um, any any other information,
Hmm.
okay? Mostly regarding value. Okay? But people seek value about needs and wants. And the truth is, people are always more motivated to pick a provider, to buy a product, and to pay a price based on wants, even than needs. So, in a given transaction, their needs have to be met, but there has to be a reason for preference. There has to be a reason why they would rather have you meet that need for them than anybody else meet that need for them. But if you give no other argument, of course, then you're an idiot if you don't buy by price,
Right, right.
right? How dumb are you?
Well, that's all you got to go by anyways. I mean,
If there's
yeah.
three blue, if you decide you want a navy blue blazer, which what did I do? Guilt you into going and putting a jacket on?
You
Is that
did
what
actually. You did
I
guilt me
did?
into putting a blazer on, yeah.
Um, 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 uh, if um, if you decide you want a navy blue blazer, like you got to go to a funeral or your wife is dragging you to some cocktail party where she works, which I think is probably the only way you would buy a navy blue blazer. But if you decide you want one and you go to the mall and there's three of them in the window and they look identical to you, and one's 199, the other one's 399, and the last one's 899, and you go inside and the salesperson does not differentiate for you why that is, right? You're a moron if you don't buy the cheapest one, right? Or what most people would do in that situation is they would say to themselves, nobody's helping me here, but there's probably something wrong with the cheapest one.
Mm,
There probably isn't that much difference between the other two. I'll buy the middle.
hmm.
Left to their own devices.
Create their own reasons.
Yeah. So, so like one of the most expensive off the rack suits I ever bought. I usually have made for me, but so I'm in Vegas
Yes.
and we're in the forum shops, buddy of mine and I. And it's gone now. There was a Bernini store there. Um, and a couple real nice suits in the window. Double breasted was in at the time. The stripe on stripe, same color. So black stripe on stripe, silver stripe on stripe. So I say, just for kicks and giggles, I want to go in and see, what the price tag is on that damn thing. And so in we go. The sales guy is there. And he was perfect. I mean, perfect.
Yeah.
Because he started with, because I had a sport coat on. My buddy had a sport coat on. We were on our way to dinner at the steakhouse. And he says, you gentlemen look like professionals, like business people. Right? What do you do? That's where he starts.
It's where the friend rats you out.
That's right. My friend rats me out. And he says, oh, he's a famous professional speaker. He speaks with all these people and Zig, you've probably heard of Zig. And,
Yeah.
And the guy now, that's where he goes.
Hmm.
Oh, so correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Kennedy, but your status, your ability to grab the attention of an audience with the first impression you make in the first 3 minutes, your income probably has a lot to do with your appearance. Well, yeah, right? I mean, you're screwed, right?
Yeah, you're in. You're locked in. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
in, right? And I mean, down the path we went. I had no idea what the suit cost until I had it on and the tailor was out there fixing the cuffs. Um, because it just didn't matter, right?
Right.
It was irrelevant to the conversation. Now, I'm a fluid enough that it doesn't have to matter, number one. So who you're in front of, which is where marketing comes in, matters a lot, right?
Mhm.
And so, like other professionals are always more likely to pay a premium fee than non professionals because if we sell expertise, we value expertise. The guy that works
Right.
at the Ford plant may not necessarily value expertise in the same way we do, right? So who you're in front of matters, right? The selling environment matters, all of that. But point being, I didn't even really intend to buy it, let alone pay, geez, I think it was, $1,800 20 years ago. I mean, it's a
That's not
lot of
cheap.
money.
Yeah.
No.
I remember that story too, and the thing, and just as a fellow salesperson, I've ran call rooms and I've been doing sales for 20 years. That's actually what got me into marketing. I had a true appreciation for that story when I heard it because I remember you even going into him talking about how because you're going to be, speaking, it's going to affect the way the pockets are, and he was talking about like, you're standing in front of a crowd and like it had nothing to do with the fabric, the buttons, where it was sewn. It was nothing. It was very tailored to your experience. And I thought that I'm like, dude, this guy is wherever he's at in the world, he's making money right now.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, you'll never starve if you know how to sell, but you'll always prosper if you know how not to have to sell.